your problem. You need to learn your homework. You need to get on your homework.
I lost
You
by
should have known that.
4 points. He couldn't get me 4 points.
Because
He
he's
can't
injured.
get you because his best ability is your availability. And guess what his availability is? South Beach. He chilling. He went. What's the Clemson quarterback? DJ what? The Clemson quarterback, the one who.
What's his last name?
They both hurt. That's what
He's
they got
hurt
covered.
too?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Come on,
goodness.
man. He been hurt his whole career. Like, dude,
Yeah.
everybody. Oh, he's so nice. Oh, he has a great pass. Oh, he's just this. Yeah, you're a practice warrior, but when you get to the game, where are you?
This guy's harsh.
Come on now. There's something about the Samoan quarterback, man, that I'm just starting to lose hope in, man. Like, they not durable. They big people. How are you not durable?
Well, the ones that play the ones that's in the trenches, like your Penny Swell, the left tackle for the Lions. You got the Beta for the Buccaneers. They're the big guys.
But
right?
Vita Beta, isn't he like Mexican? He ain't. That's a Beta. Via. That's a Spanish name.
They be slapping the knees and doing the yelling. I've seen him do it, I think.
Yeah, but he ain't doing all that, man. That's more of an Australian.
Okay, well let's get a break real quick before y'all get into get into some New
All
Zealand
Blacks.
rugby talk.
Yeah, the
We're not
All
gonna
Blacks.
We're gonna get into New Zealand rugby talk right
Yeah,
now.
the All Blacks. That's
Maybe
the name.
next week.
Them to be doing that.
You know what I
Going
mean?
all directions.
But we're gonna come right back and we're gonna get into some more NFL on the Keep It 1 Million show.
Hey, Dad, your prescription will be ready in just a
Usually
minute.
up at Fresh, you're not
Hey, Dad, your laundry will be ready in just a minute. Dad, your lunch will be ready in just a minute.
Hey, honey, why don't you take a minute? When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can. But it's just as important to take time for yourself. AARP can help. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Veterans.
We are the boy band team, did you see? We are the boy band. Painful concert number 3. We are the boy
When I say that,
band.
she did
We're
that.
5 and 19. We are the boy band. Always singing our key.
You love your kids enough to take them to see their favorite band. Love them enough to make sure they're buckled up in the back seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
2, 4.
All right, we're back. Keep It 1 Million show. I'm Dwayne. This is Kenny, and we got Max the intern.
Hold on. I gotta ask a question. This is a very serious question. You ready?
Go ahead.
Calvin, can we get some new chairs, man? Because I'm tired of sitting there like I'm in hydraulics in this chair. It's like, like I'm hitting switches.
We got Calvin Worthington over here, the program director
The one and
of
only.
Radio Phoenix. and
What's
Desert Soul
the
Media.
answer, man?
We gonna get some new chairs. As soon as they donate, you can donate
Right.
for new
I'm gonna
chairs.
donate some new chairs.
RadioPhoenix.org
RadioPhoenix.org.
/
I'm gonna be down here
Donate.
regulating. Don't lean back in the chair.
Don't lean back.
Don't look at the chair. Matter
Okay,
of fact,
now-
don't even sit in it.
Now, it's 3-3 on Ravens, Dolphins, Thursday night.
So here's
football.
your real question there. Is the Ravens for real or are they some jokes?
That is a big question.
Oh! Boy, I
Because-
always cut to the white meat, don't I?
Because is Lamar Jackson going to be one of the best quarterbacks
No.
this season?
No. I keep telling y'all.
Well, the
you
thing
guys
is,
just, oh, he's so fast. Oh, look at his pass.
here's the thing, Kenny.
Oh, look at
They're-
Lamar Jackson.
They're 6-2. They're right there at the top of the AFC. You got the Titans. You got them.
The Raiders.
You have the Raiders, which
Okay.
lost
For now.
Oh,
to the
see,
Giants.
you always got to try to cut
They're
back to the white
5-3
meat.
now.
No.
They're 5-3.
Don't nobody care, man.
The
No,
Ravens are
that's-
6-2,
Oh,
and you
God.
have Cleveland.
We beat the Ravens.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right, exactly right.
Drop the mic.
But here's the thing:
Uh-oh.
if they beat Cleveland and win the NFC North, they could possibly be 1 or 2 seed. And if they're 1 seed, they have the bye. Remember, the 2 seed doesn't get the bye. anymore.
That's stupid.
So if they can possibly get that 1 seed by winning the AFC North, which then brings down Cleveland to like the 5 or 6 seed. You know what I mean? So they have to win the AFC North to at least get that inside track.
Like, how many teams are they letting into the playoffs? Like 13
it's
each
7.
conference?
It's 7.
They're trying to have the Sweet 64.
You just got to worry if the Raiders are going to make it or not.
Oh,
Or if
no,
they're gonna get
man.
a
I'm
playoff.
more so worried about, like, them. I don't like change, being the Capricorn. I don't like change. I like, once I get my ducks in a row, just leave them alone.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't want to look at my receiver wearing number 1.
Uh-uh.
Or my middle linebacker wearing number 5.
Single
Don't
digit.
worry about
Okay.
0 in a minute.
Right, my defensive end wearing 00. Like,
I see.
see what I mean? I like the structure in it because it's easier to me. They dropped the football on that number thing,
It's a way to make money, man.
but I know. But
Okay.
it's easier for your average fan to follow. Okay, well, if all the receivers are wearing the 80s,
Right.
then I know.
Okay, well, all right, Kenny, let's reel you back in here. Let's go your little
Kenny
tangents.
got a
and
lot,
whatnot.
lot on his chest today.
But see,
He
in
said
the
he mad at the
AFC,
NFL.
like I said, you have Tennessee number 1 right now, and then you have the Ravens at number 2.
I think Tennessee gonna. win.
So, and Tennessee is the one that's been on a tear.
They have.
They've beaten the top teams in the past,
Yeah, but
5
they
to 6
also
weeks.
had Henry back there. They don't have
That's
big
true.
old John Henry no more.
They just beat up on the Rams. They didn't have no Henry.
Yes, they did.
No, they
beat
didn't
the
have
Rams.
Henry. They didn't have Henry
They
in that
didn't have
game.
Henry. No, they had Adrian Peterson.
That's what you call an off night for the Rams.
Now,
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, they had a lot of penalties and whatnot. So, but hey, one is a win.
well, the thing is,
You know what, man? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
the Ravens do have a great defense right now. They have a great defense. Lamar Jackson on offense doing everything. I would put him in the MVP discussion, but most people won't.
Because look at you, you're tied up with the Miami Dolphins, bro.
It's the second quarter.
I
So
think
what?
that's
You're
the
still
thing.
tied up with the Miami Dolphins. If that's not a telltale sign,
Right now, he's 9 for 13 for 71 yards.
That's not horrible. What quarter? First
you're
quarter.
still
It's the
tied
second
up with the
quarter.
Miami Dolphins.
It's the second
That's
quarter.
true.
Oh, God.
And
They're overlooking
to agree with you,
I hear what you're
somewhat,
saying.
That's what it is. That's why
Shouldn't
you
be a blowout
can't
right
throw
now.
him in the MVP.
I think the main issue is with Baltimore is the fact that they didn't give him any top receivers. You give him at least one top receiver. You give him Odell
So he
Beckham.
can ruin their career?
You give him Odell Beckham.
Stop it.
What did Michael Vick do to?
Here we go.
To who?
All right, I'll stop, man. Cause see, I get blamed for being old. Fogey.
What I'm saying is, let's just.
But you watched it. You know what I'm
I
talking
think
about.
Lamar
yeah,
Jackson,
but
he
we
just
don't
so-
have enough time for that.
You have
conversation
Peerless
right now.
Price, Joe Horn, and he was
Kenny.
on his way of destroying Randy
But we
White.
But we don't have that time for that conversation. We're talking about today.
Yeah, we're talking about his protege. How about
No, I
that?
don't
I can
think so.
rhyme
He's
with
just
you. His
inconsistent, man.
protege.
He's inconsistent. That's the only thing. He's a good quarterback. It just we need.
So was Michael Vick a good quarterback to you?
What we thought? I mean, he was a winner. He was a winner.
No, he wasn't.
I don't. It's all about winning.
He was a winner before defense called up to him. Once they got film on him, they knew to leave that linebacker, that outside linebacker, a little bit wider in the gap. So when he take off running, guess what? You know how the NFL films show you when you about to get smacked. Yeah, didn't it?
I'm
That's what
assuming
happened to him.
Michael Vick beat up on a lot of your teams back in the day or something.
No.
What's this? What do
No.
you got against Vick?
Don't forget, he's on. How old are you again? 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young, so it's not.
He don't understand.
You gotta.
Hey, I just remember.
You gotta
saying,
slow it down for a minute.
Hey, Vic saved me in Madden so many
But-
times, man. I just.
Right. That's how he
You know,
knows Vic.
Yeah, it's a video
Oh
game.
gosh, I'm
But
not that young guy.
Let's
Born in the
let's
90s.
reel it back here.
Okay.
Let's reel it back because he's gonna talk about Michael Vick for 3 hours, and we don't have that time.
And I'm gonna
We
argue
have
for
the
3 hours
stories.
about it.
Exactly.
I'm done.
We have other
I'm
stories to
done.
talk about.
I'm done. Really
Besides
done. Let's
Michael
talk about
Vick
Travis
and
Scott.
Lamar. Not yet. The thing is, looking at the AFC, you see, Buffalo with a horrible loss to Jacksonville, 9-6. I don't understand what happened. I don't know what happened with Josh Allen.
Playing down to the competition. You know exactly what
that's true.
happened.
But look, like you said, with right now with the Ravens, what are the Ravens doing right now with Miami? They
That's
need
a
to stomp on
difference,
them.
though.
They need
You
to
got
stomp on
Michael
them.
Vick back there playing quarterback.
once again, you keep saying, come on now. Let's get into the 21st century. You know what I mean?
But you know I'm telling the truth.
But that's neither here nor
No
there.
dog talk on Michael Vick, man. No pun intended.
I'm not saying that. All I'm
I
saying
didn't
is
say nothing about dogs.
going to the AFC
This
in
guy.
2021.
Okay.
Who can win the AFC right now? Who do you think is going to win the AFC?
The Raiders.
Of course.
Because we have the most adversity that's going on right now. The Raiders actually have a lot more of a chip on their shoulder, and I think anybody that gets it away is going to get buzzsawed.
They have a chip on their shoulder
Oh, here we go.
from how? Like, everything was self-inflicted.
Our receiver
It's
just
not
got
like-
caught doing 157 miles, slowed down to decelerated from hitting a lady down to 127 miles, which is still enough to kill you because that's what killed her. She was, when she got smacked before the fire,
Yeah.
she was dead.
But I don't get how did that put a chip on you guys' shoulder.
We
Y'all
lost our coach because of Daniel Snyder,
Well,
and now it's starting to come
forget
out
the
maybe
news.
the Suns.
And he's
No,
just like
wait,
a
no,
horrible
forget,
person, that's all.
forget all that. The news story is your cornerback getting released because of social media. He puts guns out there on social media threatening to kill somebody. So they release him. Now, my question is, what's going on with the characters of players on his team?
That probably helped them releasing that guy from what I know of. Why
Yeah,
did
they
do
needed
that?
to release him
Yeah.
anyway because he was a bust. Let's just call a spade a spade.
But then y'all do need everything y'all can get, so.
No, we don't. Our defense is fire, bro.
Yeah, no. I like that Max Crosby kid, you know.
But we got a
It
couple
doesn't
more than that. And Gakwe, he hard.
Yeah,
He
yep.
coming with it right now.
He is, yeah, I agree.
Look at they still tied with the Dolphins, bro. This should be like a runaway game right now, man. And y'all, oh, Lamar Jackson, just give him the MVP.
Well, who do you want to talk about? Who do you want to get
Jackson, let's just
Kenny, who do you want to talk about? Since
Travis Scott.
that's the second hour.
I get the
I'm talking about
goosebumps all the
football
time.
right now, Kenny. Let's get into football right now.
No, actually, let's go back to Odell Beckham Jr., man.
He should have went to the Packers, and I'm mad at him.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
But now we gotta beat him. I mean, so he gonna see the 24th. You know, he should have chose.
They're
the
gonna
Packers.
smack y'all so bad. You might call into the show. You might not even want to watch sports the next day. It's gonna be so bad for you.
If we're healthy, we'll be all right.
Do you want to make a bet against the Oracle?
Of course.
Off air?
Of course.
Okay, off air.
Of course.
You know they call me the Oracle, right?
Yeah, why is that?
He said, why is that?
Dwayne, why do they call me the Oracle? I'll let somebody else tell you because it's better that way.
You can answer it.
No, just tell them why they call me the Oracle because it sounds better. It'll convince
I
him
mean,
more.
we talked about this already, though.
Yeah, but he wasn't
So,
apparently
yeah, he
paying
was
attention.
there.
He was walking and chewing gum down the wrong direction.
Oh, man.
All right. Okay, so they called me since
Big
Dwayne
games.
is trying
Big
to.
games. I'm trying to look at other things to talk about
You're not
besides
worried
you
about
talk
that.
about being the Oracle.
So I picked the games, man. I call them.
Okay.
I could, you know, how Red Fox said I could see the domino before it hits the ground.
Kenny, he doesn't know who Red Fox is.
Do you know who Red Fox is?
Come on, man.
I hope so.
Come on.
Okay.
These guys think I'm born in 2000s or something, man.
You
Come
wasn't
on, man. No. 7, man. I'm born in 94. Some type of credit.
All right, so you
That was a
remember
good
Harlem
year.
Nights?
Red
That was a
Fox
good
is
year.
that singer, right?
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. Come
Oh.
on, man. One of the best comedians.
I was about to get up
Come
and
on,
walk
man.
out.
I'm kidding.
I was about to be
Come on.
done.
I got an old soul, man. I know all
Okay.
about all of it.
Well, we're gonna see.
Well,
We're gonna put you to the test.
Richard
well, the
Pryor?
next. Hold on, the next
Sorry.
big story. I'm gonna try to reel it back in. Y'all gonna
We're
just
going
go,
everywhere to that.
please. Now Dalvin Cook is in some hot mess.
Who ain't
Huge,
these days?
huge problems with Dalvin Cook and a girlfriend who was in the military. Domestic violence, extortion. I mean, his lawyer comes out and says he was extorted for millions. He was held at gunpoint.
Dalvin
What's-
Cook was?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And one of those crazy toxic relationships, the girl he was with is in the military right now.
They don't
And then
no
come to
game.
find out she's cheating on her husband with him. So
Well, I mean,
if
that's an
anybody
upgrade.
knows, well, if anybody knows the
Just a star
military,
running back from Minnesota.
well, if anybody knows the military, she's about to be up out of there.
Yeah, she messing with Dalvin Cook,
Right.
cheating on her
So-
husband. If I'm her husband, I'm like, well, you know, I can't. You know, what I mean, good luck.
And in certain states, you can sue for that.
Can I get some money?
In certain states, you can sue for that.
Tell him I just need some tickets.
That's
So the thing is, it's
He can
I
have
guess
you.
this happened a year like this happened pre-pandemic, like 2019 or whatnot. There is no criminal charges against each other, but this comes out after she files a lawsuit on him, and then he, I guess, filed another lawsuit on her.
pictures and all.
And yeah, there's pictures of her face, and there's video of her hitting him, and she has a gun, and it's
Hitting him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see the video.
yeah, it's a video. I don't know. It's so weird. The video's so weird because it's pointing downwards, like in like a kitchen area. He's telling her to leave, and it's yelling and screaming, and he's like, "Stop hitting me," and ooh, all this, and it's like a whole mess.
You
It's
already
so
running back.
crazy.
You got to get the running. That's
Now,
all to it.
obviously,
In
the
his own
NFL,
house?
yes, in his house.
Man, you got a gun. I'm running in my own house.
And-
I don't care where I'm at. I'm running.
This is on, ESPN.com. This is on almost all of the,
She ain't gonna shoot. He got the bank account.
exactly.
Angry female.
She ain't gonna shoot. I don't care how angry
The
she
thing-
is. She can get the ready when she finna squeeze the trigger and think, oh, wait a minute, his bank account. I need him alive. We'll go rush for 1,000 yards, sweetie, and we'll be all
The
right.
thing is, here's the whole crazy thing about it. All that happened, and then they just break up this past May. So it's like,
Well, how
all
you
this
break it up?
happened-
You got a husband, though.
but hey, all this happens though, and y'all was still quote unquote together.
You got a husband.
I mean, does remind me of the incident with the what was it, San Francisco
Reuben Foster.
Reuben Foster. We talked about this 2 years ago. Remember, they was on ABC News, and she came out and said all this stuff what he did and that, and they was in the elevators and whatnot. It is this kind of the same thing. The only thing that's different is this woman's in the military, active military,
no, but she's married.
and that's even worse.
You can't even.
So-
Let's just start right there where how you breaking up? You're married.
So she like, I don't care if I'm putting my business
Yeah,
out there. I just want you to get in trouble,
and-
even though I know I'm gonna get in trouble. too. You come down with me.
And the thing is, the reason why it's so dicey is the fact that Dalvin Cook's team came out with this story first, like on his side, and then later on during the week, her side's come out with text messages and pictures and whatnot, and everybody's going back and forth. But at the same time, it's y'all are both doing this, both on domestic violence. Y'all are both being toxic. She went a little too far with this whole hostage gunpoint extortion, because now it's going to not just the criminal but the civil lawsuits and whatnot. So it's like,
Entanglement led to this.
hey, we seen Will Smith and Jada Pinkett situation, and I'm not going to get into that.
Right. Yeah, don't get me going.
But
I have no respect for them at all. As
Free
humans.
will.
right, but the
As
thing,
humans, I
the
have
thing
no
is,
respect for them.
what's even worse is no one's going to get any money. The NFL's going to get involved. They're going to do their investigation. Dalvin Cook, 9 times out of 10, is going to be suspended. You know what I mean? Only thing that's in both of their favors is there's no criminal report, because none of them
Right.
put this on a report.
With the suspension though, we've seen this play out with like a Tyreek Hill situation. He didn't get suspended at all. He was under investigation and all that, but
The thing is, that was a mistake.
what you mean?
The NFL dropped the ball there.
Yeah.
Because
They're
when
dropping it a lot
when
lately.
it comes to going all the way back to Ray Rice,
Right.
and what happened to Ray Rice, you got to keep it consistent, and it never has been consistent. You have a Giants kicker who was being domestic violent with his wife. you know, in London and hotels and everything. You have, you know,
Right.
there's countless times and times again after the Ray Rice situation that they could have got it right and they got it wrong. So now you have court of public opinion. You have all these groups.
And you say by getting
Going
it wrong,
against-
not acting fast enough, like not making
Right,
it right.
exactly.
Okay, that's what you mean. Okay, that makes sense.
When you start off with Ray Rice and what they did with him, and in that situation, and then you go all the way the opposite direction, it makes the NFL look bad.
Yeah.
So in this situation, everyone is having a microscope on this situation because it's not just one party doing the abuse; it's both parties. So how are they going to handle this? And I feel he's most likely going to play this weekend.
He is.
But moving forward, I'm not sure. They may put him on the exempt list, you know, after everything comes out. So,
Get some more evidence before you keep doing this to these guys, man. Like, cause you never know. I guess with videos and images, okay, you have some evidence. But if you don't, I feel like they just kind of throw them an exempt list. Like, oh, it's he say, she say.
the thing is, there is video. And that's the thing. Video, text messages, now lawyers are involved. Yeah, it's gonna get worse.
Mm-hmm.
And we're
For
gonna
no
come,
reason, though.
right? And we're gonna come right back. And it looks like it's gonna get worse for the Phoenix Suns as Penny Sarver, the wife, comes out and speaks not in a good favor neither. And then you also have the Portland Trailblazers situation. It looks like there's a huge paper trail, and we're gonna get into that. With more, Keep It 1 Million show.
Sure.
Keep it 1 million.
We don't own the rights.
Mm-hmm.
We don't own.
Hey, who is this?
Bruno Mars, I think.
Smoking out the window. This is dope right here. Can you send me a video
We're
of that?
back. Keep It 1 Million show. I'm Dwayne. This is Kenny, and we have Max, the intern.
Sure.
We're on live on radiophoenix.org, Desert Soul Media, live on Instagram. Thanks everybody for watching, sharing, liking. Find us
Check
on
us
all
out.
social media platforms.
Give us a chance. You might laugh. It'll be hit you with the Calvin
We'll
voice.
laugh.
Give me a chance, baby.
Oh yeah.
You'll laugh, baby.
Now we're gonna have to get into this. Penny Sarver, the wife of Robert Sarver, comes out.
Oh, here
and
we go.
Here's the problem. She sends text messages to these former Suns employees that, you know, spoke out against Robert Sarver in the workplace environment. I mean, this is like Washington football team on steroids.
It's overdone.
One of the text messages in this investigation that, you know, the NBA, they just started launching, it says, over the weekend I decided on my own to reach out to a few people to try to set the record straight and to share how disappointed and hurt I am by the lies that are circulating around my husband and the Phoenix Suns organization. Penny Sarver said, I shared the betrayal that I felt. I touched on some of the pain that we are going through as a family. Any suggestion that I tried to intimidate anyone is silly and wrong and outrageous. Penny Sarver, one message began, I know a lot of bridges were burned between you and Robert, and you are very bitter. I want to remind you that real lives are at stake here. Later, the message added, "Please put your hatred aside and realize the hurt you are causing by spreading lies and fabrications. Is your time in the spotlight that important? If something happens to one of my children, I will hold you and Earl Watson personally responsible.
So
I think about your own child." Yeah, right. There's
Go
more.
ahead, go.
There's more. Think about your own child for a second and imagine the tables turned. That's a direct threat.
Basically. So she basically over there carrying the workplace home. She like, he probably learning it from her.
She defending him.
And the thing
He
is,
probably learning it from her. Did you not hear what she said?
and the thing is,
And Earl Watson, who is a black
Oh.
coach. I like to
Yeah.
say that. He was a black coach.
yeah. And the thing is, there's part of this where she comes into play because he was showing pictures of her
Right.
in a bikini, and then talking about
Their sex life.
their sex life explicitly to coworkers and other employees, where they knew they couldn't say nothing about it because this is the owner, this is their boss. So one of the former employees said yes, they feel that was a direct threat, and
Right.
they're not going to be intimidated. That they're going to keep on with and talk out about this investigation. The thing is this is really like the situation with the Clippers, right?
Mhm.
Because he comes out and goes on CNN and goes on the Larry King lot, Larry King, and doubles and triples down. This is doubling down, tripling down, and this is intimidating.
Dumping
This is intimidating a witness in
Right.
an investigation.
Right.
Now, if this was in the court of law, someone would be going to jail for this if they found out about this. But this is just an NBA investigation. I mean,
Which will spill in there and they will go to jail.
I would say lawsuits. I'm not sure jail time because these are billionaires we're talking about. Billionaires don't end up in jail.
Right.
Now, what I think is going to happen is, after this investigation, he's going to be forced to sell the team. Because I think there's more to this that we,
Right,
as people
that
on the
part.
outside, the media is concerned. There's some media heads that know exactly what's going on,
Right.
but there's so much more.
So crazy, just that money bring you power and it gets to your head. That entitlement, man. Just hearing that, you can just tell.
Right.
Like, man, come on.
And then, to go a little further, the Portland Trailblazers are in the hot water with a practice facility employees talking about, issues in the workplace, with their CEO. So, Kenny, you did say something about the Raiders situation bleeds into this situation. How does that work right
Well,
there?
it's the Raiders situation was caused by Daniel Snyder, which the FBI was investigating him, and that's how they stumbled across these tapes of them, which I don't get. I would have got rid of all that, but it came across, and then Gruden just so happened that that the comments made about DeMar Smith.
Yes.
That's what exacerbated the problem. Now, here's the problem right now. You got rid of Gruden, but you still have the FBI breathing down your neck. So Snyder will probably be the next one to go as far as, like, ownership.
Oh, man, Snyder been through
The
it
thing
all.
is,
Snyder's a
I really,
pimp,
I
bro.
really,
he go
I
out
really
fighting.
think, I really think Robert Starr is gonna go before Daniel Snyder.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can see that.
I really, because it's something about the NFL that they stick with the owners. They stick with them. It's like a level. It's like levels to it. You know what I mean? The NBA, if something happens in the NBA, we've seen they'll get rid of you in a heartbeat. They'll take over the team in a heartbeat. We see with 76ers, with countless teams. The NFL is not like that. I mean, that's old money. You know what I mean? NBA is kind of new money.
Right.
NFL's old money. So it's kind of untouchable. And then when he made that power play to just take over the whole team, and they let him. They didn't say, no,
Right.
you're going to break this up. That right there they should have forced him to sell the team there. But they sold everything to him.
Right.
So now he's 100% owner. Him and his family, right there is totally autonomous power. And I don't think Roger Goodell or anybody else, for that matter, is going to come in between that. This right here, Robert Sarver, and even with Portland Trailblazers, if there's more to that story, look for Adam Silver to stick his nose into that business. You know, there's already talk about an investigation with them, and it seems to me like something's going on that we are not aware of. That people are just putting stuff out there.
Right.
And you do have a point. It did start with, you know, with the Raiders, with Washington, and now it's bleeding into this. It seems like there is a pattern going on where someone or a group of people wants to take down these owners. And if any owners got anything in their emails, you know, coming out, some people talking to media or whatnot, it's gonna look very bad.
Trailblazers should have been under investigation. They got a hostage, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Lillard, get him out of there. They got that man in the locker room like, you ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Say it too. Tell it, like, man.
He gonna yell yeet. When he yell yeet, everybody from Oakland gonna be right there.
Man, Damian Lillard, he's on a slump too. He's not, and it's kind of like a coincidence, but not a coincidence. You know, all that talk in the off season when he was with Team USA, and then you come and then you have Chauncey Billups as a new coach, where everyone kind of frowned upon. You don't bring back Carmelo Anthony, and then now he's on this big slump. So it's like, are you really happy there? When you say you're happy, like, yeah, I'm happy. He's like, well, blink, you know.
I think he's loyal.
Well, blink, let me know, right? You know, blink twice or do something. You know, there's some sort of hand gesture to let people know.
Somebody in the back stirring a cup,
you know what I
something
mean?
for that man.
So, it is an issue, and I think, hey, there's a whole lot more that's gonna come out, you know, in the future. So we're definitely gonna keep our eyes on that. And Kenny, you're absolutely right. It's halftime, and it's 6-3 Dolphins.
That's what I'm saying. That
It's
guy's not an
halftime, it's
MVP
6-3
quarterback.
Dolphins.
I wouldn't say he's right. Let's give
Here
it
we
to
go. Here we go.
Lamar Jackson's 10 for 15 to 82 yards.
So he's gained 10 yards.
Check this out.
Whoa.
Jacoby Brissett, 11 for 22, 156 yards. Now they can't get into the end zone for some odd reason because it's 6-3. You got a kicking game going on here, but
That's not going to play out well for the Dolphins, not with that Justin
the
Tucker.
thing is, here's the thing. Kenny, you're right, because if the Ravens lose,
You hear this? Kenny, you're right. He's
then
been saying
here's the
it.
thing.
I've
Here's the
heard
thing
that
is
too
though.
much
No.
for that.
Here's the thing is if they lose, because they're the number 2 seed right now in the AFC. If they lose, then the next day everyone's talking about their frauds,
And then the Raiders.
that they're
are back.
pretenders, not contenders. You know what I mean? You can't lose to a team like this
I feel
that's on their way like really to the lottery. You know what I mean? They're on the way to one of the top draft picks again.
I feel like they do that to every team that got high expectations.
Well, it's
Honestly.
always overreaction.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what sports media is right now. It's always overreaction. The thing is, we have the Titans that are consistently beating top teams. They're really the only team in the AFC that's beating top teams. Everyone else, they win a big game, then lose a big game, then win a big game. So it's hard to like
gauge
tell.
it,
Yeah, you know, you have a Kansas City, you know, bad, and then they win a big game, but the Titans are there.
With our quarterback out.
I think when we watched the Titans a few years ago, Kenny was like, "I like that team because it's an old school team.
It's old
Run the
school
ball.
football, right?
You know, they play solid defense. They play action pass. You know, they do things to
That I
win
remember.
close games in December and January, and they're still doing it. So I would say look for the Titans to be there at the end. Maybe not in the Super Bowl, but they're going to be close. They're going to be very close. So, like I said, it's 6-3 at the half. Thursday Night Football. Dolphins 2-7. Ravens 6-2. We got some other live scores here. You have college football. Pitt, ranked number 21, up 23-7 versus North Carolina. In the NBA, you have Indiana beating Utah 49-46. Toronto beat Philly 115-109. And later on tonight, you have Miami versus the Clippers.
No Jimmy
We're
Butler.
gonna get into some NBA in the next hour. We're gonna get into some college football as well. Before we go there, real quick about the NBA, it's so weird to me that people are talking about the NBA right now in November. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big deal right now. It's so weird because I don't
Or you need
remember
30 days to ramp up to the party.
I don't remember people really getting into the NBA right now until like the Christmas games, you know, when it's on ABC
Let's see.
and whatnot.
Last Christmas game. Wow, where was I at?
So
I almost forgot what I was doing.
looks like the NBA is really trying to ramp up against the NFL once again, and it's kind of funny to look at it. I mean, they're really talking about, you know, the Knicks being good. You got the Heat being good. You know, have a lot of different teams right now. You have the Lakers, you know, doing what they're doing. They had a great game last night. That was a great game. You know, they came back and won. Russell Westbrook finally showed that he could play with them. Golden State's 10-1 right now.
No Clay, no Wiseman.
Yeah,
Klay
it's
Thompson,
crazy.
no Wiseman.
Gary Payton Jr. is balling out of control right now. So we're gonna get into all that in the next hour. And like Kenny always said, Travis Scott. So we're definitely gonna talk about that and more on the Keep It 1 Million show. Keep it locked right here. Listening on RadioPhoenix.org. There's a social media and all social media platforms. So we'll be right back.
You alright, man?
Yeah. No.